No one has ever complained about that. Let's keep that in mind. Okay? Where are my tongs? All right, good morning. It's the Todd and Erin Morning stream at getpartdaily.com. We are cooking breakfast this morning.
Was there a reason we were cooking breakfast this morning? Did I miss a memo?
Everyone is hungry. Sorry.
Okay.
Everyone is hungry, and usually Steve handles this in the other room.
I know Steve, our camera guy, does. What's happening?
Because we like to, he's not feeling well. So I thought it takes some pressure off him and do this.
That bacon is cooking very nicely.
I know.
Do you think it's going to be a problem with Patrick, our news director, that you're getting bacon grease on our mics?
He's not here. So I have no idea how we're going to do the show and do this at the same time.
I think you've got your priorities straight, though. The bacon should always be first.
This is true. Okay, now I'm feeling a little more organized here. Salt and pepper can go away. All right, so it is the time there.
It's really hard to state that you're organized. Okay, let's go to Black Diamond Experts, Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Cam, you can see today it's going to just get hotter and hotter. I'm so sorry.
Is it going to be another one of those?
Well, we had a couple of days of respite where there were some clouds. It wasn't like the searing dust bowl of death that we all know Utah has become.
And all my swamp cooler does is make noise.
And but once again, now
no
we're back
cold
up into
air.
the hundreds for the weekend.
No
for the rest
cold
of the
air.
Week, so.
By the way, yesterday. Someone commented, because we don't have a lot of time sometimes to get to Facebook, because we're doing this Facebook Live thing, to answer questions and stuff. But someone said, hey, you called me a jerk at the beginning of the show. Twice.
When did I call you a jerk?
Uh-huh.
Oh, was that when you weren't on set?
I was getting coffee.
Yeah, and the show's on.
Speaking of that,
it was live.
No, it must be out here.
Again, you see my problem, right? Yeah, exactly. This is me. My problem, and him gone. But there's bacon, so I guess that makes up for everything. Because once again, my husband's gone.
Did you call me a jerk again?
Not as far as you know.
Okay. So anyway, thanks for the nice comments, by the way, on Facebook.
Okay, really, we've got some really cool stuff coming up today, though. Number one, this man mailed in more than just his tax return to the IRS.
I know, if you ever want
Here's a hint, ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Number two, what's being stolen from your garage right now. Number three, the weirdest gender reveal party ever. Oh, and this is so cool. Elizabeth Nebeker is here to talk about the Damn These Heels Film Festival. She's the new executive director of the Utah Film Center.
And that's going on. And I just wanted to share with you, I went to the urologist yesterday.
I didn't see that on the show prep sheet.
It's not. But I went and I sat and I suddenly realized when you go to a doctor's office, don't you ever just go, I wonder what they have. Or you think to yourself, I'm probably doing better than that person. Don't you think? No. And then the whole urologist thing happened and everything's fine. I know you were probably concerned. There's something about the snap of that rubber glove. I got to tell you. Have I shared too much? Everything's fine. So anyway, are you not going to talk to me? You should be glad that I'm a man and I'm taking care of myself and I'm going to a doctor.
Okay. Would you like to hear about my latest OBGYN visit?
No, that's gross. That's disgusting. God, what's wrong with you bringing that up on the show?
You better move on, pal.
That's horrible.
Okay, now what is this? The homeless being hated.
Anaheim.
Wait, the home of Disneyland?
Yes, the home of Disneyland.
Yeah?
They have decided that they wanted to clean up their city, and they have a homeless population, obviously.
Well, all
it's
cities
warm.
do.
It's warm 24/7 there.
Plus, they've got Disneyland. I don't care if you're homeless or not. Everybody wants to go to Disneyland.
But I guess they had trouble with people sleeping on the park benches, on the benches when you're picking up the bus.
Yeah.
So this is what they did.
Are you serious? They took out the benches and they put in the mean little... What are those, like little angry concrete plugs or something?
Yeah.
Well, that's not nice.
Plus the gun show's coming January 21st.
Well, see, that's
great.
something to look forward to. Nice, guys.
So,
they might be a little...
So I don't know.
You might be a little too into the gun show, guys. I'm just saying. That's horrible, though. That's not hospitable at all.
Obviously, you feel weird because there's grass right behind it they could sleep on, I guess. But but I guess people were laying down on the benches, and so they put those things in to keep that from happening. What is the city
That seems very mean-spirited.
in the
to me.
alcoves? Is it alcoves in businesses?
Alcoves?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where you go in and then you go into the door of the store, and homeless people were sleeping there, so they glued these metal spikes on the concrete so they couldn't lay down.
We want this to be as uncomfortable and pointy as possible.
So
for
they
you.
all went out and got some cardboard and everything was fine.
Okay, now, do you remember when our neighbors John and Penny, White House in the corner?
Yeah.
Nicest people in the world, but for some reason,
no,
about
don't.
6 years ago,
Oh my gosh.
there was a group of boys who went, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to TP this house. Now, when I say TP this house, we all have giant sycamore trees in front of our houses.
Like 60 footers.
Like, they went down to Costco and brought the bulk toilet paper and must have spent at least 2 or 3 hours artistically arranging this, 20, 30 feet up.
Think of the best TP job you've ever seen.
Times 27.
Times 27 and 4 times higher. They had some arms on them to get that over.
I mean, yeah, we're talking baseball players.
And
or
as we
something.
all know, you need high quality toilet paper because otherwise when you throw it, it rips and that's no fun.
Yeah. Now,
that's what
poor
I've
John,
read about.
Poor John is relentlessly OCD, so this is the man who would be out there every
Oh
day
my
afterwards,
gosh.
cleaning it up. And like, one ill-advised attempt was he was trying to set fire to the toilet
I
paper.
told him to. He lit on the bottom.
What is wrong with you?
Right.
He could have set fire to the whole tree.
He pretty
and the
much
house.
did.
But anyway, so that's sad. But unfortunately, like the Swallows to Capistrano, this happened every freaking year. Not just once. but like,
No. Not once a year.
Yeah, it happened every year for several years until they finally gave up and moved. But like several times a year. And Todd and I would wake up in the morning at 4:30 to go to work and go, yeah, they've been there again. Every now and then they get scared off and they leave this big bunch of toilet paper. And so we pick it up and stick it in the back of the car because who doesn't need toilet paper?
Right? Because we're Scottish.
I know, right?
And we think it was his teenage daughter, and that you know how guys are like, I love you, I'm going to make your dad pissed off.
So literally, I really do think that John is so OCD that's why they moved, because he just couldn't take it anymore.
It was crazy.
But in any case, there's actually something worse. And think about this, doorbell ditching. Remember how someone goes, and then they run away and they've woken you up and you're like going, you're all bleary, opening the door, and they're gone because they're like, I rang your doorbell. And you're okay. So that's really funny, except for the Callies have been dealing with this for 4 years. They have a house in Lehi, and they finally stuck up a camera because they're so desperate.
Oh,
to get
they
rid of
got
this
the
door.
little creep.
So if you know this person,
Oh, no. He hasn't been
need,
identified?
You need to turn him in to the police because they're going to set him on fire. He's been doing this repeatedly, several times a week for 4 freaking years. They said we had to buy a video doorbell because we just couldn't take it. They said it's twice a night going about every week for the last 8 to 9 weeks, and then he'll stop for a while, and then he'll start again. So can you put that picture up one more time?
Is it illegal?
Seriously.
It's trespassing, maybe?
Well, it's trespassing. Well, it's harassment at this point. I mean,
Look at him.
Look at this little moron. I mean, dude,
awesome.
I'm proud of you for having the can-do attitude.
I am too.
But for 4 years, the only thing
That's
you
a
can
bit
think of is
much.
doorbell ditching.
So it must be at 2 in the morning. What did you say?
Yeah, twice a night.
So that must be his
weeks on end.
His work job gets
Apparently.
out at the same time.
So seriously, if you do know this dork, you
hilarious.
gotta turn him in.
So what if they have a dog, and like our dog would go bananas,
That would just make it worse.
and then you could disconnect your phone, your doorbell.
Oh, I hadn't thought it. Then he would just start knocking, though. Wouldn't really change anything.
Our other neighbor.
Please help the Callies. If you know who this is, you got to fix this.
You've probably done this, or know someone who's done this, and if you don't, go ahead and do it. Basically, you take a penny or a coin, and you put. I need
That
to draw
bacon's
this.
looking really
I need to draw this.
Oh no, we're doing the whiteboard.
Yeah.
The bacon's getting really crispy. Do you need to turn it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm the cook. All right, so here's the trick.
Okay, I'll hold it for
Okay.
you.
So, you ready?
Sure.
You take a coin like that, and then you take a piece of tape, and you tape like this, and you tape this to a window. So now, here's the window, here's the coin, and the coin can go tink, 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 tink. You take a piece of thread and bring that off into the bushes.
You've really put some thought into this.
No, it's not me. And then
I've never heard of that before, ever.
You sit.
Is that like a weird New England thing?
They did it to tame the wrong guy to do it too.
Oh.
Don't just leave it there.
Yeah.
So you basically hide in the bushes, and you take that thread, and you just.
Are you serious?
And it goes tink, 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 and then when they come out, you stop. And a lot of times,
and that's so tiny, you wouldn't even think to look
you
for
can
something like that.
leave it there for days.
That is just evil.
It is evil.
I really respect that. All right, now that we've gone from evil, let's go to wine. We're talking about wine.
Oh, not just any wine.
Okay, that piece
You
of
know-
bacon looking delicious. Could I please?
Oh, I gotta flip it first. Everyone, hang on 1 second.
Wine.
Wine, hang on. When you have a special bottle of wine or something, right? And you got it for your anniversary, or you did something like that, and you're thinking, we're saving it. Mm-hmm. We're saving it. We're not going to open it.
That
and
never
then,
happens at our house because it's just a box.
And then that's a
We're
special
saving this
box of wine.
for a special occasion.
So, and a lot of times you're like, oh, I just wanted a glass of champagne or something like that, and so but you keep it as long as you can, and then finally you decide to open it. Well, this is the case. This is the case that's going on right now. This bottle of wine dates back between 325 and 350 A.D.
No freaking way.
Freaking way. There
The
it
bottle's
is.
still intact?
And it's liquid, which is the weird thing because it's corked and waxed. And it's the
Wow.
oldest wine they've ever had that's liquid. Most of it's always in urns and stuff, and it's
yeah,
dried out.
Yes. Wow. I don't
So,
think that's a vintage I really want to sample.
Well, it looks kind of lumpy.
Why do they want to open it? It should just be there like the way it is, because it's
So there's the wine and a little bit of olive oil on top, which kind of seals it, right?
Oh,
Then
interesting.
the cork and wax.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and so they've looked at it. They got some, I think they must have used a syringe or
I'm
something.
guessing, yeah.
And they got it out and stuff like that. But now they're just kind of going, should we open it or not?
No one's gonna drink it.
1,650 years since it was made.
That's amazing.
It's the oldest wine in the world.
I don't know how that's still liquid.
It's not. You need some bacon?
The bacon looks
Here,
delicious.
take a plate. Don't be an animal.
Cannibal.
Gosh. So anyway, the wine.
That's incredible.
I think it's a cool story because it's like, what do you do with it? And you know, I wouldn't open it. Would you?
No, not at all.
And they found
Because
bottles.
it's epic. It's sitting there. You don't want to
They
do
found
that.
bottles during the moonshiner days and rivers and stuff because they used to transport, and they pulled those at whiskey and stuff like that, and they were still good. But in salt water, the corks get bad, and
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, Warren Buffett I really love because he's basically doing the Rockefeller system, which is, as you remember, Rockefeller made just ridiculous amounts of money, and before he died, he started giving it away. So there were myriads of he wanted to do a lot of museums and libraries, and he wanted them to be free. And so he did trusts and endowments saying these need to be free forever so people can come and they can learn, they can educate
made
themselves.
a little donation to the Bill Gates Foundation, and Bill Gates is basically then gives that away. And they're fighting polio, they're fighting malaria, they're fighting
And this is
water.
This is Buffett, Warren Buffett.
Yeah, Warren Buffett, Gates, they're together, they're colluding for goodness.
And the Gates Project, the original thing they did is they wanted to eradicate malaria from the entire world.
Right.
And it
Because
was so,
malaria has killed more people than anything else on earth.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
And the thing is, it's such a relatively simple process. There's mosquito netting and different kits and things they use, and so they've had enormous success with that. So Warren Buffett donated how much money?
Little donation. You know, when you think about Girl Scout cookies, they come around. It's like, $2. You know,
Sure.
Donate that money, and you feel good about it. Or maybe we've sponsored kids in other countries, and we've helped them with education.
We always pick girls in India and like Afghanistan and Pakistan because they really deserve the help.
Well, they don't have an
But-
opportunity, and
They
really
deserve the
improves-
education. They deserve
Right.
those chances. But the thing is, we pay $21 a month. This guy's doing $3.4 billion.
17 billion.
Oh, okay, that's all.
3.17 billion.
That doesn't.
Why do you even
That
say?
kind of makes me feel stupid.
Why do you even
with the
say-
$20 a month thing now?
Why do you even say 3.17 billion? Why do you just say 3 billion? Round it off. You're talking about.
How about just say a bazillion bund?
All right,
Just
more than all of you have put together.
pretty much, yeah. All the rest
He's
of us.
doing that. And I find it interesting because he's still the fourth richest person in the world after his donations, and he does this on an annual basis. And others,
It's probably just the interest, like here, that's the interest.
the Amazon dude, he's worth 84
Jeff
point,
Bezos?
yeah, 84.8 billion.
That's not really surprising.
So they make enough. They go poop, and their interest. They make so much money just in that time that they're like, it's crazy. They make people's salaries in 3 minutes.
Do you realize how humbling that is? By the time they finish brushing their teeth, they've made our lifetime salary plus 27.
Eight times over. Now you're wondering, how did he get all that money? And basically, you do this. This is how he makes all his money, because he is part owner in Coca-Cola. He has
I
a
love
stake
Karen.
in that.
She says, at least you're helping, which is more than most rich people. He can donate more because he has more. Thank you, Karen. But
No.
still, it's $1 billion.
Yeah, it's $1 billion.
And Marianne says, it would be so cool to be rich and give money to the foundation and help people. She said, unfortunately, I'm not rich, so my foundation is my kids. I think that's the best possible foundation you can have. Now, so this is random. So we're going back to this. Becoming Warren Buffett's an HBO documentary, and this is part of where this information came about his incredible donation. Warren Buffett's 86, and they said, what do you do? Like, what do you do for breakfast? Because he's one of those people who gets up early. That's one of his big secrets.
I would do this. I would have eggs Benedict every single morning.
He says, I usually go to the drive-thru of a nearby McDonald's on my way to work. He says, I tell my wife as I shave in the morning, put $2.61, $2.95, or $3.17 in the little cup for me in the car.
That's the amount of money.
And when he says,
wait, that's the amount of money. She said like $2.6 billion.
He knows exactly how much it is.
$2.63.
Now listen to this. He says, when I'm not feeling quite so prosperous, I might go with the $2.61, which is 2 sausage patties, and then I put them together and I pour myself a Coke. Now, $3.17 is a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, but the market's down this morning, so I'm going to pass up the $3.17 and go for the $2.95. Now, I'd like to remind you that he owns 9% in Coca-Cola through the Berkshire Hathaway Holding Company. Oh, by the way, Manette works for Berkshire Hathaway. She says she has so much respect for Warren.
Right.
Manette, are you also getting the $3.17 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit today? Because the market is up. So,
guys in the back.
he actually checks the market, and then he determines his breakfast at McDonald's.
Gosh. We have bacon and English muffins, you guys, and I'll trade you for some jam.
$3.17.
There we go.
All right.
All right, I need jam.
$3.17.
Okay.
I guess he at least gets his Coca-Cola free because, he owns
Take that back there.
part of the company.
Throw me some jam.
All right.
If
That's
you would.
absolutely amazing. So
Please.
Becoming Warren Buffett, it's on HBO if you want to watch the documentary, but it's really funny. All right. Excuse me. As they're going through their bacon biscuits, let's go to Daisy in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom.
Thank you.
She's brought to you by Robert J. DeBry and Associates. If you need their help, you can just go to robertdebry.com. Executive Transportation, our friend Marsh taking you out in one of his sweet Escalades. Just go to Executive Utah to book your ride. And All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. 24-hour service because you just never know when the whole plumbing system's going to explode.
Breaker's hot.
Daisy, what's going on this morning?
Hello everyone, here's what's making headlines on GephardtDaily.com. The parents of 3-year-old Angelina Costello, who died of abuse July 6th in Ogden, have been formally charged with her murder. Brenda Emile and Miller Costello face identical charges of aggravated murder and will await trial in the Weber County Jail. Court documents have revealed that Elise tried to use makeup to disguise the burns, bruises and cuts on Angelina's body before calling police. Cell phone pictures document Angelina's increasing injuries and declining health over the past 18 months. The former father-in-law of Susan Cox Powell, the West Valley City woman who had been missing since 2009, has been released from prison in Washington state after he served a sentence for voyeurism and child pornography. Stephen Powell, who was released Tuesday, was the father of Josh Powell, the only person of interest in the disappearance of wife Susan. Josh Powell killed himself and his 2 young sons in 2012. Stephen Powell will have regular visits with community corrections officers for the next 2 years and will be registered as a sex offender. And the Cottonwood Heights City Council voted last night to place a temporary ban on aerial fireworks for the July 24th holiday and the 3 days before and afterward. The city suffered through 3 fires on July 4th when firework use is also legal in Utah. Residents showed up at Tuesday's council meeting to plead for the temporary aerial fireworks ban, which council members granted. Aerial fireworks are those designed to rise 15 feet or more. And thank goodness the weather is staying in the 90s until Friday. 97 today, 98 tomorrow, and 99 Friday. Then back up into the hundreds, but I won't think about that until it happens. That's it for now. More news 24/7 on gebhardtdaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
All right,
Thank you,
welcome
Daisy.
back. All right, English muffin time.
All right, Elizabeth, I hope that you can eat English muffins and talk at the same
Probably
time.
not.
No?
Oh, of course I can.
Oh,
Yes.
see, this is why I love her. She's a mother. She knows how to multitask. I'd also like to point out that Elizabeth, who is the executive director of the Utah Film Center, also has the body weight of a sparrow, and she has twins, too. I'm still using my baby weight as an excuse, and my twins are 17. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for totally blowing my cover.
Yeah,
Really.
you are looking great, the two of you. It's great to be here this morning.
I know, we're so excited because this is craziness with the Film Center. Down These Hills is one of the big film festivals in the Mountain West. I mean, I think people actually come in here from all over to watch because you have such an amazing array of films.
We do. So it's our 15th year, which is surprising to
Wow,
me.
that
if
long?
you can think of the change in our community and
Right.
with the LGBTQ where we have come. And
Right.
it's a celebration of the great stories, of the experiences, and, you know, challenges, but also successes and
Exactly,
what we
yeah.
all feel and enjoy. But yes, we are, you know, thrilled to kick it off this Friday.
Now, how long is it going to run, and how can they get tickets? Where is it at? All the
Sure.
basics.
So it opens Friday night, July 14th, and runs through Sunday. So we'll have 2 screenings on Friday night, and then it starts early on Saturday morning and runs through late night Sunday. It's all takes place at the Rose Wagner Theater right downtown.
Which
Right.
is heart-stoppingly
So,
beautiful.
so the question I have is this a festival that kind of travels together, or is this a special event where people just come from everywhere and focus right here?
It's special. So we curate the film. Patrick Hubley is our director of programming. So we have a committee, a community committee that helps view the films and select the films.
This is going to be
Which
the
is made
hardest
up of
job to
staff.
me because there's been such an incredible array over the years, and I've seen stuff I never would have caught anywhere else. So I don't know how you pick.
So we try to know what our community needs. It has to be relevant. It has to be films that haven't obviously played here. They're from all over the world. So we've got 23 feature-length films.
Wow.
We've got an array of short films. We have a local filmmaker from UVU that has a short film.
Oh, cool.
One film that's through Spy Hop. So it's, you know, not only has a local feel, but, you know, you'll see stories from around the world.
How affordable is it?
So
Because, I mean,
tickets-
first of all,
yeah.
you have too many choices. You're really going to have to read
really
up
do.
I know
on
you're
your
gonna
movies.
camp out at Rose Wagner, right?
Right, okay.
So tickets are $10, and they, or you can buy a pass. So you can get a 10 pass, which is $60. So
Right.
that brings it, you know, to
that's
$6.
enough, yeah.
Or there's a film and party pass, which might be the way to go.
Always the best one.
And
Party.
that's $90. And you know, all of those are available at our website, utahfilmcenter.org.
Now, the one I've been dying to ask you about is Don't Call Me Son, because for me and you as a mom too, this is such an intense premise to me that I'm not even sure how they put this film together. But let's watch a little bit of the trailer first if we can.
Oi, Pierre, boa noite.
Boa noite.
Você é Pierre Almeida, né?
Isso.
Filho da dona Araci?
Pierre, a sua mãe falou com você?
Não.
Nós recebemos uma denúncia de que talvez você não
Received
seja
in
filho da
Berlin,
dona
and we were, you know, thrilled to be able to premiere it here in Salt Lake with our audiences here. And you know, as a parent, we struggle with the challenges, and we just want the best for our children, and you know, trying to teach them and give them the guidance, but knowing that ultimately they have to, you know, greet the world and meet the world with
Right.
what they've taken.
No, I don't want them to. I want to
I
keep
know
them at
it.
home.
I agree,
I'm
yeah.
completely uncomfortable with the allowing them free agency. But this is really powerful. So they find out as he's a teenager that this is not his mother, and so how this child has to work through trying to reconcile the person who has raised him his whole life, and you feel the love and you feel all these things, and how you would accept, you know, who's your true parent. It's so intense. So this is going to be an amazing celebration. Really quickly about the party.
Yes.
You guys always throw the best parties.
We do have fun parties, and that's, downtown locations that will be, from Zest to 50 West on Broadway. So it's a great way to come and celebrate with other people, talk about the film,
Right.
share the experience that you're having. And, it's downtown Salt Lake on a weekend night, summer night. So
It's almost like being a grown-up.
it is kind of like
Right?
being a grown-up.
What's that like?
I know.
Yeah, really.
And we do. There is the party side, but we've introduced a teen pass this year.
Very cool.
Which we feel, and we've heard from the community in the news that there are challenges with LGBTQ coming out, and feeling that acceptance. So we had a youth committee pulled from working with the Utah Pride Center, their youth activation center, to select films that are for youth audiences.
Okay.
So there's a $10 youth pass that's available. It includes the 5 films that
Oh,
have kind
I
of
love
been
that.
youth
That's
great.
approved.
Yeah.
Includes a green bike pass for the weekend.
Really?
restaurant
That's so
discounts.
creative, right?
So for the teens to come together again and celebrate and be part of this festival is something we're really happy to be part of.
I think that's brilliant because you're right. There's so many issues with identity and who am I and where do I fit into this world, and to be able to give them a place where like, oh, okay, these are other people like me, and now I have a sense of identity. I love that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
See, you're evil genius. You're just with the Utah Film
You
Center.
get bacon.
Needed.
I gotta have a piece of bacon.
Okay.
now. Do I
Extra
get a
bacon.
piece?
All right, more information. You want tickets, you want all that. All you have to do is
Go to utahfilmcenter.org. It's Damn These Heels. Now, you do have to hurry because it's this weekend, starts Friday, runs through Sunday. And it really is going to be one of your most entertaining and one of the most moving options you're going to have all summer. So, Elizabeth, thank you again. And once again, the woman who can eat bacon and promote
Nice.
film, you rock.
And coming up next, the weirdest gender reveal
You didn't see this on
party
Pinterest.
with
No.
balloons of pink and
It gets weirder.
went horribly wrong. It's
Yeah.
coming up.
Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. Electric, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. You'll be glad you called an expert. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is actually available anytime at gephardtdaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page.
Sorry, Elizabeth and I were meta-communicating, and then I got hair in my eyes, and then there was bacon. So,
I'm eating a muffin.
okay, we're back. Thank you so much for your
It's
patience
the worst
today.
thing.
I'm excited for the film festival this year.
Oh, it sounds fun.
Right? I know. Could you make some more bacon? Mm-hmm. I love her, but the woman took all of her bacon.
She did.
I know, right?
What the hell?
Good morning, Michelle. Oh, Michelle had doorbell ditching too. She's empathizing.
Oh, on Facebook, yeah.
I know, isn't that painful? We were talking about that a little earlier. First of all, there's some amazing festivals and stuff going on over the next couple of weekends that are going to be a lot of fun. But one of the big things are the farmers markets.
I love them.
I love them basically because they're free, they're easy to go to, and there's amazing how many more that they've done. And it's not just Saturdays, because traditionally Saturdays are our one day to sleep in before our rotten children wake us up. So if maybe you would like an afternoon or a dusk or an evening, if you want to go to the Todd and Erin page on getpartdaily.com, we've got a complete list. It's very hard to concentrate.
Can you hear it?
We have a complete list of
Hang
all
on.
of the farmers markets up and
Hang
down
on.
the Wasatch Front, literally from Logan down to St. George. So you can grab your produce anywhere. And as a matter of fact, I think the corn's coming on now, right?
The what?
The corn, summer
No,
corn.
Pioneer Day. And is it I keep forgetting. It's TAGGES, right? Tags?
Tags, yeah.
Tags. The little blue, the little green or yellow stands on the corners and stuff. They have all local produce. You can buy local, buy fresh. But the corn for Pioneer Day comes out, and you just never eat enough of that corn.
I think that's true.
Are you ready? Wait, I want to do so.
Okay.
I'm now gonna let you hear the sexiest thing in the world. Are you ready?
Putting bacon grease on the mic.
Worth it.
I can't help but feel that Patrick's going to be unhappy with us.
And you're welcome. All right. Tell me what we're doing next, because
All right.
I'm not paying attention to
now,
anything.
for girls at least, we're all obsessed over Pinterest. And by the way, did you know that Pinterest, I mean, billions of people follow it now, but Utah is the single biggest user of Pinterest, like, in the world. No surprise there, because we're all crafty. But in any case,
The only problem with it is it makes everybody feel inadequate, because all these people evidently have more time and ability and talent
Well,
to do stuff
like
than we do.
our niece Kendra just announced their baby, and it was so cute. So she had the little chalkboard, and then she wrote, the due date, and then she wrote in blue, so we knew, okay, boy.
Right.
And then wrote the due date in blue. So we're like, it's a boy. That's so great.
Right.
People, of course, have had some gigantic big parties. Some people
May
do.
I?
Some people have 2 boxes.
May-
Pink balloons or blue balloons.
And they open it up, they fly. There's other people who have loaded shotgun shells, and they shoot the shotgun shells off for
That
the
must
color.
be Kentucky, right?
Well, it's awesome. And then
Yeah.
there's another guy who took one of his big 18-wheel diesel trucks, and he put coloring down the exhaust tube, and then he starts his truck up and revs it, and blue.
Rich people have done fireworks, which is always
Oh,
nice.
this is true.
And then there's someone who basically said, hey, it's time to cut the cake. They cut the cake, and it was pink. So those are all cool.
They're
So
sweet.
they had a gender reveal party.
Thank you, Pinterest.
And where was this gender reveal party, baby?
And
Would you like me to just get the... Yeah. I'll
would you
do
get
that.
the story for me right there? There you go. Because I'm making bacon.
It's
here.
okay. You keep making the bacon. I have
All right.
priorities. So in Cincinnati, 22-year-old woman
Okay.
is having a nice big gender reveal party.
Which is fun.
They're all celebrating. They're like, gender reveal, it's going to be a boy. It's so great. And then the gunshots. Yeah, I've never had gunfire at any one of the gender reveal parties I've been at.
And it wasn't like I was talking about where the color comes out of the shotgun shell.
No, it was really more or less
Bullets.
at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a fairly brisk round of gunfire back and forth during the gender reveal party until the Cincinnati, Ohio police came to break it up.
8 people went to the hospital.
I don't think I've ever seen that on Pinterest.
Maybe it's a new thing. Maybe it's a new fad.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
The pregnant lady got shot in the leg, so it's almost as good as a party favor.
right?
I guess.
All right.
So,
Where
yeah.
are we?
Alrighty. I'll Utah Plumbing. I think you need to talk
All
about
right. So
this.
I'll talk about it. Just hanging out with John the other day, and we're talking. He's kind of our DIY, do-it-yourself dude. And so he is the person who will show up and fix things. Right now, they're doing a huge amount of sprinklers because this is the time of year when this heat is on that you realize you don't have enough sprinklers. They're not overlapping. They're not the right kind. The manifolds aren't working because the valves aren't wired right and the timing box is wrong and all those different things. He's doing that and he's installing ACs. As a matter of fact, if you have an AC issue that you need it fixed or you need it replaced, they got like 1-day service right now. If you can give them a call, sneak in, they will set you up and they will not waste your time. They fix it once, they fix it right, and they are truly honest with you about what they're going to do. AllUtahPlumbing.com. Give them a call, 801-652-4755.
All right. So I'm sorry. I'm really having a hard time concentrating because I'm really
Bacon?
paying attention to the bacon.
Well, we need more English muffins if you guys got any out there.
Okay. So here's the deal. Where's my thing? Here we are.
Go ahead.
None of us like tax returns. I don't know a single one of us who like tax returns. Nobody. Let's just be honest. I don't
Nice.
think
Sorry.
I don't think anyone does. We're okay about that.
Oh, so let me tell you.
But in any case, I was dying to talk about this because one of our friends on Facebook actually, and if you're joining us on Facebook, good morning. Friends on Facebook says, I've been dying to hear how you're going to talk about this story. She goes, I used to work for the IRS.
May I?
And they say that they have gotten all kinds of
many
weird
things.
stuff in the past. One guy would dramatically put some of his blood, said, you're taking my blood, and he smeared it all over his tax return. They're like,
You can't do that.
And she said, yeah, sometimes we had to use gloves to open things. But
It's
this
a-
guy, I
it's
can't
a
help
federal government thing. He had a dispute with the IRS.
I can't help but feel he might have gone above and beyond here.
He did, and you know, I think a lot of times, if you've ever had trouble with the IRS, and well, he can't audit us anymore anyway, so it doesn't matter because you can't improve on 100%. The guy had a dispute with us, and so he decided to send several packages to him.
He was a civilian defense contractor in the early 90s.
So he sent bullets, he sent some marijuana, and he sent
A severed finger.
a severed finger.
A severed finger. He sent a severed finger to the IRS with his tax return. A severed finger.
I know you want to flip off,
I'm guessing-
give them the bird, and you want to flip them off, and I guess that's a way to do
He
it.
says,
But
you're just taking pieces of me, so he wanted to send one. Now, I'm somehow guessing that perhaps one of the marijuana cigarettes had accidentally fallen into his mouth and had been utilized
right?
before his brilliant idea of sending the severed finger,
Oh, you're saying that? Yeah.
the
I
marijuana
see what you're
cigarettes,
saying,
and
yeah.
the bullets to the IRS. By the way, they hate that.
It's
Just-
probably
just so
not
you know.
recommended, and they're probably going to give you a hard time for the rest of your life.
I'm pretty
but-
sure that pretty much guarantees an audit every single year.
All right.
And probably like while whipping him with nettles or something.
Right.
So, okay, coming up next,
Oh, I got it.
the running of the bulls, Darwin style.
And what happens when you run with bulls? You get gourded up your. We'll
We'll tell you about
next.
it.
Yeah.
We're brought to you this morning by Executive Transportation. Elegant service, professional style. Go to executiveutah.com. And All Utah Plumbing. Your home deserves the best. 24-hour emergency service at allutahplumbing.com. And also by Columbus Travel. If you go to columbusvacations.com, you can sign up for a weekly newsletter that always has great last-minute deals on hotels, airfare, cruises, and more. Did you know you can catch the Todd and Erin Morning Stream any time of the day or night on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud, and GephardtDaily.com?
All right, so in Spain, there's a tradition every year, like the swallows coming back to Capistrano. The bulls run through the town. If you've ever seen some of the video on this, it's cobblestone, which is bad footing for a bull, by the way. And here you can see right here. And the job is you have a rolled up piece of newspaper, and you're supposed to smack them on the head with it as they chase you. Now, if we look at this, there's a lot of people. They go about 680 yards, so six football field, almost 7 football fields long, and people get in the way of them, and here's the story. So this gentleman, Barcelona, Spain, one of the 2 Americans on Saturday were gored.
2?
2.
Great.
Yeah.
See, this is my plan. I'm going to save all year long. I'm going to contact my travel agent and talk to my friend. We're going to make plans, and we're going to pack and make sure that we got our passport.
Right.
And then we're going to go and die.
Right. The lead bull got a hold of this guy named Bill and gored him and carried him for about 20 yards.
Now, perhaps you should explain goring to people who may or may not be familiar with this particular injury.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, God, not the whiteboard again. Okay.
I got my marker over there.
Now, I'd also like to point out that when you're running
The blue one.
and the bulls are chasing you down.
All right, hang on.
Oh, good Lord.
So
babe.
here,
All right, I'll hold it.
okay,
Wendy goes, that is such bull.
okay,
I don't know why I'm laughing, but it was pretty funny.
that's a bull. Not pretend. Those are horns, okay? And then here is your butt, and the horn went to the buttocks. And he went to the hospital.
Because, you kind of think about the whole presentation if you would be running and the horns would be going pretty much in the same direction as...
Lifted him up and took him 20 yards till he flipped him over his back.
That's the one thing the concept of a horn being stuck right in my fanny and
Right.
being stuck hard enough to lift me and carry me seems about possibly the worst injury I could imagine.
You have to take some rest after that one.
In a split second, he was on me, he said. I tried to jump, but he hit me in the butt. You know what, this... dude.
Here's the part. Here's the part I want you to read right here.
All right. This is the part that's going to kill you. Bill Hillman, who's a 35-year-old writer, was also gored 3 years ago at the San Fermin Festival. He was in stable condition. The bull that led the pack thrust his horn into his buttocks before flipping him onto the street. He also recounted, I flew up in the air and landed on my back. I didn't know I was gored at first. Then people started telling me I was gored, and then I pulled down my pants and there was blood.
Because of the gourding.
I'm probably going to run tomorrow or the next day for sure at this festival. I'm already walking, because the last time this happened, I wasn't walking for a week. I'm almost sure he's either not taking this seriously or he's enjoying this too much.
I think there's a little weirdness there. And I always wonder about the bulls. When they get them back together and they're corralled, are they like high hoofing each other? It's like right in the butt, man. Right there.
I would.
That was, Henry, that was awesome. When you pinned him against the wall. Oh, and Jim, then you came in low on him. Oh, that was great.
See, it's like teamwork. I'm proud of you guys. Proud of you.
That is hilarious.
All right, we better go to Get Daisy in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. It's brought to you by Robert J. DeBry and Associates. If you need their help, you can go to robertdebry.com. Also, Executive Transportation with their fabulous fleet of lovely cars can take you to the airport, special night out. Just go to executiveutah.com to book your ride. And Black Diamond Experts, electric, plumbing, and heating and air. 24-hour service, and you can contact them at blackdiamondexpert.com. Daisy, what's going on?
Hello again, Todd and Erin. Here's a look at headlines from around the world being featured on Gephardt Daily. U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell announced Tuesday the annual August recess will be delayed by 3 weeks to deal with healthcare, taxes, the budget, and presidential nominations. McConnell said after senators attempt to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, they will tackle the National Defense Authorization Act and, quote, the backlog of critical nominations that have been mindlessly stalled by Democrats, unquote. The Senate had been scheduled to begin its 5-week recess on July 31st. Instead, they will work through the week of August 14th. Russia is considering reprisals for the U.S. seizure of 2 Russian intelligence compounds, officials said on Tuesday. In December, the Obama administration shut down diplomatic mansions in Maryland and New York and expelled 35 Russian diplomats after U.S. intelligence sources accused Russia of hacking into Democratic Party computers to weaken Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. President Donald Trump has offered no sign he intends to return the properties to Russia. And Texas police say they pulled over a car going 45 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone, only to find an 11-year-old girl at the wheel and her 10-year-old brother in the passenger seat. When officers pulled over the grade schooler, she denied she had been driving, but when they phoned the children's mother, they learned the girl had her permission to drive unsupervised. The mother was charged with 2 counts of child endangerment. That's it for this edition of World Headlines. For more news from around the globe and here at home, go to GephardtDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, beautiful Daisy. We appreciate it. Hey, we wanted to do a big thank you, and because you guys have been so amazing, and the way that you've come out and you've supported us, and the fact that we're about to hit 1 million views of the show, which is basically, I think we would have killed 4 in radio, because that would be like 4 times what we had in this period of,
right.
Yeah. In any case, thank
Plus,
you
we
so
got
much.
pictures, which is fun.
We get to do anything we want. We actually get to have some sort of substance and bacon. So thank you so much for coming with us, and we love you. We want to buy your loved one steak at a time. That's why we're sending you to Christopher's. Now, Christopher's Prime Steakhouse, if you haven't been there on Pierpont Avenue in Salt Lake City, is to die for. And they, by the way, have some amazing early specials, like old school fish and chips,
Side dishes.
exquisite beef medallions, all kinds of things, 3-course dinners for an extremely low price. So what we'd like to send you there with 3 of your friends, and we're also going to have you sent by Executive Transportation, so they'll come pick you up. You don't have to worry about parking or what you're going to do. You don't have to worry about a designated driver, because March has it all taken care of for you. And the easiest way to enter is to go to one of our Facebook pages. Now, you can go to Gephardt Daily, Gephardt Approved, the Todd and Erin page, and also now on the Executive Transportation Facebook page. All you have to do is just like and comment, share, and you're good to go. And we'll pick another winner on Friday. So as a matter of fact, just got Dave set up for his evening out. They're going to be doing on Saturday. And he asked if the bar was open and it was on Todd, and I went, sure. So
Thanks, Dave.
Melissa's got a great sense of humor down at Christopher's. I'm sure it's going to work out.
You know, I just had the greatest idea.
What's that?
Because you're just talking about food. Mm-hmm. We should have a bunch of people watching, and we'll do it someplace where we can sit down and I can make breakfast for everyone.
I think that would be
And everybody
lovely.
can sit around, we'll talk. And
So
then,
kind of like the live studio audience, kind of.
yeah, it's like a cooking show with no brain. You know?
No actual education, just bacon.
Right, and we could do mojitos, and everybody can hang out and then take a nap, which I just think that would be kind of fun. Anyway. Security. We've been talking a lot about security.
Well, I mean, especially since they just came out with the new study from the FBI trying to figure out what was going on with maybe some Russian interference and things that they have been doing. And they talked about spear phishing and all the other kinds of different ways that people access your information.
You're hacking,
and
yeah.
it's scary. I mean, and it gets worse and worse. So they came up with some simple ways to protect
Okay, can I ask you
yourself
one
online.
question before you do that?
Yes, of course.
So we have a plethora of you out there, our viewers and friends and stuff on Facebook. And the other day, you know how all of a sudden someone shows up that you don't know, and they're like speaking like things that you would never put on your Facebook page, and none of you would use those kind of words and stuff, and they have huge cleavage. So how did they show up on our stuff? Because I'm not.
I never accept them as friends, so it's hard to know.
I didn't touch it.
You never accept anybody who's not at least has 3 or 4 different mutual friends with you, and then even then you have to check and make sure that you all didn't get suckered.
And I think if you have cleavage from here to here, that might be a giveaway.
Dead giveaway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a guy.
All right, here's the first way. Private browsing. This is very simple. It's very free. Everybody's got private browsing or incognito mode. It doesn't matter if you're using Google Chrome or Firefox or whatever. Everyone's got one. If you go into that browsing mode, you can't be tracked. No one can place cookies. It disables your browsing history, so there's no way for anyone else to figure out how to follow where you're going on the internet. Number 2, look at the top and see if it's a secure connection. HTTP is no longer the layered security. You want to look for HTTPS. Sites with HTTPS will also probably usually have the secure little lock sign.
So, and also right next to the address on top, it's a lot of times it'll just say secure.
So that way it's encryption technology. Nobody can listen in. Nobody can track your information, and you can always tell it just by looking up at the URL.
Okay, that's another way.
Check your connected devices at home. Now this is pretty interesting. I
you
hadn't
checking
thought of
for?
that. There's a million different devices that we also utilize that go along with
Oh,
the
right.
internet
Wireless.
now.
Anything that's wireless,
Well,
right?
here are a couple of different questions. Number 1, what happens to the data the item collects? Because, see, we always go through all of the stuff on, user agreement, blah, 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 stay here, sign, because none of us are going to read 47 pages of that stuff.
Right.
You can literally agree to have them take anything, all your pictures, your information, anything they want, if you just sign it without checking it first. How is the item secured? What are they using for their technology? How does the item connect? Can they turn off the internet connection to make sure that it can't be feeding off when you're offline?
I
So-
just like puppy videos. It's pretty much my thing.
That's good. So that really does cut down on our cyber attack issues at home.
Because a lot of puppies aren't angry with anyone.
Because there's not a lot of puppy tracking. So
And
that's
if you
been
want to
good.
go see, it's littlepuppies.com. There you go.
All right. So we're going to tell you what's currently being stolen from your garage.
This is
as
the
we're
weirdest.
talking,
This is the weirdest thing.
and is coming up next.
Todd and Erin's Morning Stream, brought to you by Black Diamond Experts. Electric, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. You'll be glad you called an expert. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com. The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is actually available anytime at gephardtdaily.com. Just click on the Todd and Erin page.
Oh, you pushing me away in bed. Ha ha ha, that old joke. Tell me something good.
You know what's been amazing to me is how many stories we've heard about the heroism of people who are homeless, who've been struggling, they're on the streets, and why they're the ones who immediately leap into action when a lot of people have tended to ignore them or overlook them. Has always amazed me that they would be that kind of amazing human being. James Pocock's been homeless for several years. He has some mental health issues. He's got some medication issues that have been a real problem.
Right.
But he's been an amazing worker his entire life, but because of some, unfortunate
Some of the
circumstances,
issues,
medical
right,
care,
right.
he became homeless. Well, he was at his usual spot by Interstate Exit 12 in Vermont. So he witnessed the moment when Paul Bristol succumbed to a heart attack and he lost control
Of
of his
what?
vehicle. James leapt into action. He saw the car weaving over, crashing. He leaped him out of the vehicle and revived him with CPR. So he expertly did CPR, and thanks to his quick thinking, he's alive and well today. So they honored him and they said, we want to help you. What can we do? What can we do for you? And he
Right.
said, well, I really need a pair of new glasses.
Oh.
That's all that he asked for saving this man's life. And they're
Oh.
like, that can't be enough. So, of course, they started the GoFundMe campaign, and they've already raised over $15,000.
Oh,
They put him
cool.
in an apartment. He's getting adequate medical care again. But once again, the single biggest thing, they said, how do you feel about this? He goes, I'm so happy for the glasses. He goes, I really missed reading.
Oh. That is something good.
That's our tone.
All right,
Something
so
good today.
coming up, I would never suspect. I would never suspect this thing would be stolen out of our yard.
All right, so first
Ever.
I'm going to tell you about Black Diamond Experts. Now, these guys are plumbing, heating, air, everything you need, electrical. And one of the reasons I love them is I had a chance to actually talk to Tim, their general manager, last week. And you wouldn't believe they've done over like $50,000 worth of equipment that they've installed for people in need. An elderly couple who hadn't had air conditioning for 4 years. A young mother who didn't have a stove. And they've been doing these amazing community events and outreach. And it really was inspiring to me that they wanted to give back that much. And they have. They work with the Unified Police Department on this. And it's really cool to see them leap into action. But they can leap into action at your house too because they're licensed, bonded, and insured. You know who you're getting through your front door when you're home there with your kids. They give you a quote that will be the same quote at the end of the job as it was at the beginning. No extra little bits and surprises. And they're very easy to find. They're open 24 hours a day. If you have an emergency, they're there for you. BlackDiamondExperts.com.
All right, so hey guys, in the producer booth there, bacon and English muffins. Come and get them.
I want no.
And Steve.
Could you
Steve?
say? Could you say one of the English muffins for me? They look
Yeah,
delicious.
I have some more coming up.
All right.
So anyway,
People will steal anything.
this is freaking
I
me
mean,
out.
anything, and I know they will, but anything.
People steal bikes. People steal. Someone just stole our kid's safety helmet for riding her scooter.
Congratulations.
Anything that's around, and the last thing I would ever think about locking up would be this: my lawnmower.
Okay, they're saying that lawn care equipment thefts have got up over 500% in Salt Lake City over the summer. Now, one of the officers was saying, look, property thefts typically spike in the summer anyway because it's warm. People tend to leave more things out. He says, for some reason, because it's warm, people don't lock doors. They don't lock windows as well as they used to.
Right.
But they said that they've been trolling neighborhoods looking for easy opportunities. So if you've got a weed trimmer lawnmower that's just been out for a couple of seconds,
I've done that.
They take it. Leaf blowers, they say, are especially popular.
No, that goes in the safe.
The leaf blower is a sense of unreasoning power
She's-
that I can't tell you.
So she took over doing the lawn, and I was like, okay, because
You
tell
like
them
to
why.
sit out there in a lawn chair and drink and yell at me.
The neighbors are out and they go, you missed a spot. And
What kind of a monster is he?
And I'm
No, I
not-
like it
not
because
that
it's
way.
like a linear thing. It's a job. You see it finished. It makes you happy. I like it. But
And then one fall, she came over and she goes, "Oh, the leaf blower." She starts it up and she's turned to me and it's like she had found a new love. And off it went. And
It
now
was wonderful.
that's hers. And then she started looking at my chainsaw. And hell no.
But literally, they're saying literally it takes them seconds, absolutely seconds. But here's
Well, because it's on wheels.
But here's the thing that's so incredibly funny. The police officer, the spokesman who was doing the warning about the lawn equipment said, I was working out in my front yard and I had my garage door open. So I went out to the back to do some work and I said, oh, I should go back and shut my garage door. He went
Right.
back. They had already stolen his leaf blower and his lawnmower. This is a police officer. He's like, well, that sucks.
And you know what's weird about it? As soon as you hit the street with it, and you're like in the street, you look like a lawn care company just walking down the street with your equipment. That's horrible.
I know.
And a lot of times, to be honest with you, here's your dad advice: shutting your garage door so people can't scope it out. I leave mine open because it just confuses people.
Now it just reinforces our position as the Clampets of our neighborhood.
It's awesome.
So yeah.
So
In any case, just fair warning. That's what's happening.
I am so confused about this.
Explain.
We did a thing about drivers. About
Yeah, just 2
Utah.
days ago.
And what were we?
We were the worst. We were the second worst drivers in the country. Sacramento was first.
Second worst. Guys, don't
We're
you
number
want any
2.
bacon out there? No. I got some Lipitor. So worst drivers, okay?
Yeah.
And
We're
this
number
is
2, second worst drivers.
Richard went out yesterday. Got some. Now they
Well,
look.
everyone looks like they're behaving
They
themselves
look like
there.
pretty good.
They must have known they were on. Oh, nice. The speedy
Wow.
uppy part. I love that.
I wonder if the police mind if Richard's filming backwards while he's driving down the freeway.
Oh, this is Richard. Anything can
Oh,
happen
that's
with
true.
him.
All right. So
But
I'm
now
confused.
we've got a brand new. But now
'cause-
there's a brand new one.
All right, because now there's this. Now there's this new report coming out, and it says that it's a full survey. Which states have the most courteous drivers?
And we're number 2. We're like number 2 again, which makes no
We're
logical.
number 12.
Number 12. That makes no logical sense. They've already made it clear they hate us, and now we're considered one of the most courteous. I'm
We're
beginning
the
to
worst
think-
and courteous. Oh, so you cut someone off and you go, "Have a good day." Sorry, rear-ended your car. You're cool.
That road rage thing. Just a mistake.
Nice shotgun.
I'm just a little perplexed by that, but okay.
Hang on, I want to do this one more time.
Okay.
Just a little treat. One more time. The sizzling bacon for you.
Really?
Oh, they're digging it. I could do this all day. Okay, so I gotta tell you, I am the proudest dad of my Zoe and my Zach. And Zoe pulled something off yesterday that was really cool, and her and I bugs, or Erin and her go like snails after rain. So she's got bugs, and I hear this, "Dad, come on out!" And I was like, "What? What's up?" And she goes, "Praying mantis." This is what I saw when I walked out the door. So she's got a nice praying mantis.
I would have a massive episode of the heebie-jeebies right now.
Yeah.
No, because look, it's like, it's going up her neck. And she's digging it.
She is digging it. Look at that. And she's so brave.
My tough little daughter.
And it wasn't like she was like, "Ooh." She was like, "Where is he? I got to touch him." And yeah, so that's my daughter. How brave is she?
Look at it. It's looking at you like,
I know. So anyway, thanks
So you
for...
put that thing on my daughter's head.
No, it climbed right up here. That's the scary
It was
thing
on her neck.
when it did that. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Sorry, we should have breakfast sometime. We should all get together and have breakfast.
We're gonna do
I'll
this.
cook for you.
We're gonna do this.
Let's do that. So you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning on the Todd and Erin Morning Stream on GephartDaily.com. Bring on Supergirl again. Who needs cable TV? Oh, there he goes. There he goes again. He's right there. Okay. You're my crazy girl.
He keeps walking,
No, when you put him away, put him over in the hedge over there, okay?
so we can find more.
Yeah, and he can eat bugs. That's my girl. That's my girl.